What's up YouTube? This is Jake, Spades Reptiles. We're starting our YouTube channel and we're really excited to share the animals that we're working with along with business expertise and education on how to care for ball pythons and potentially other animals down the road. But today's video we're focusing on our clown project, which we recently took up to the next level, and we wanted to show off the animals that we started off with and the animals that we have been working with for years, and then what made us choose to invest money and basically expand the project, take it up 2 or 3, 4 notches, and we're really excited about the new animals and the project in general. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you some animals that we've been raising for years, and then some animals that we produced this year, and then finally we'll show the new animal and kind of give you guys a full picture of the project. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to show some of the older females, het clown, that we've raised up for a while. Some of them have had clutches. So this first one is our fire het clown female. She's a good sized snake, probably 2,500 grams. She's produced a couple clutches for us, which will show some of those babies and some of those yearlings that we have from her. And she's gonna be laying this year, hopefully. So I'm gonna be real careful with her, but we will be getting more clutches from her, and we'll be showing those off on our Instagram and on here, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so fire het clown, single gene het clown female, which is kind of what we like to have. We like to have a couple genes, obviously, but het clowns and then visual clowns, we will show some of those as well. But the nice thing about the het clowns, a little bit cheaper. You can still get big clutches from them with a lot of visual clowns, visual pies, whatever recessive gene you're using. But that's the kind of the benefit to them, is it's a little bit easier to add genes. You can get a female het clown with 2 or 3 codominant genes for a lot cheaper than one with all the genes. And that's just a way to get into the project a little bit easier, a little bit cheaper. Maybe you can add a couple females for the same price as one visual clown female. And so that's kind of the reason that we're going to show 2 or 3 codom het clown females. So she's going to fit really well with this new male and some other things that we're looking to pick up in the future. So that's her. Next, we've got a pastel het clown, which should get a lot of yellow into any of our ball pythons. Pastel in the clown, pastel in general, really doesn't sell great, but and it does sell well. Just not the main focus these days is lots of pattern, maybe even darker genes, oranges, those kinds of things. So she has some more interesting stuff going on, maybe. We purchased her years back, and we'll see as we produce more clutches with her if there is something else going on. But yeah, so pastel het clown. We also have an enchi het clown, we have a spider het clown, and a couple other normal het clowns, which really are just, when we purchased them 5, 6, 7 years ago, that was all we could afford. We bought visual clown males to breed to them so that we don't have any possible hets, and we have as many clowns as we possibly can with them. Alright, so now I'm going to move into the visual clowns that we have. This is a Lemon Blast clown female. She's about 15 or 1600 grams. She is breeding this year, but this is one of those things where, like I was saying earlier, we aren't necessarily breeding clown to clown because we have other things that make more sense to put to our clown females. So we're actually breeding an orange stream, yellow belly enchi het pied possible het clown to this female this year to prove him out, but also even if he doesn't prove out, everything will be het clown from this female. So we'll be getting Orange Dream, Enchi, Yellow Belly, plus Pastel and Pinstripe, all mixed together in at least het clowns, and hopefully if the male proves, we'll have some visual clowns as well. But that allows us to add more genes to our clowns without putting our males to females that aren't going to produce visual clowns. So that's kind of the benefit to having the visual clowns outside of producing clutches that are all clown, which obviously is very nice too. It allows us to pick up males that have 3, 4, maybe even more genes that are het clown, and we have clown females up to put to them, which is just a way to add as many genes as we can in the most efficient use of money, basically. So this girl is gorgeous. I really like how Pinstripe works with clown, and we're really excited to add more genes to the Pinstripe clowns and really build out all the potential that Pinstripe has. Will be definitely used quite a bit in our new project. All right, so now we're gonna go into some of our younger females that we are still growing up. This is a Firefly clown female that we are raising up. She's probably 6 or 7, maybe 800 grams. And you can see our Fire female produces some very faded and but bright clown babies, which we really like, and has been a blessing that our Fire female is a good example of the gene. When we have Fire babies hatch, we know that they are Fires. There's no real question on Fire clowns, which some people have dealt with, so we're glad for that. So we have a couple other females that we're raising up. We have a lesser Enchi female, we have a lesser Enchi het clown female that we also produced and kept. And some of the things that you guys might be noticing is we have a lot of pastel in our clowns and a lot of lesser in our clowns, and you'll see why that is because of the males that we are working with, but also that is something that we wanted to move away from for the future. So even though these girls have pastel or lesser, we are able to put other males or other genes in with other males down the line that will be able to produce other things, and having visual clowns up and even het clowns up really helps us not have to make a bunch of hats and wait years and years and years for the females to come up. So these are our males. We have a nuclear, a pastel nuclear clown, which is pastel, Fire, and lesser. This male was one that we produced from our Fire female. We really loved how he came out and wanted to have a male that had Fire to continue to breed and produce more Fire stuff. One of the things that was originally the focus for clowns in the whole community, but especially for us, was very reduced pattern clowns. As you can see, the Fire and pastel work together to really reduce the pattern. They also obviously wash out all the color. What we're hoping to do is take this snake and add some contrast back in, some more definition, some more darker colors to really add some contrast to how to the pattern and the colors, so that it doesn't look like just like a faded out whitish yellow cream colored snake. Still keeping these colors because we do like the creams, we like the faded colors and the bright colors, and I think when we mix the two worlds that are kind of in our community right now, we'll be able to get something really cool. The other male that we have is our pastel lesser leopard clown male. We purchased him last year actually, and we got one clutch out of him. We really enjoy what leopard does in the clown, and this was again, this was the way to get into them that was in our budget. So pastel, lesser, not the greatest genes together. I do think that there is potential still in them down the line, but you've got to add in the right genes, and that is something we're going to be looking into and continuing to explore as we go throughout our project. But what we enjoy is this male has leopards, so we're able to produce leopards either with other genes or just by themselves. If we get females, we can save them to add to other projects down the line. So we've enjoyed the babies that we produced from this male, and we're excited to produce 3 or 4 or 5 more clutches this year with him to show that there still is potential in these genes. And I think that we too easily swap between projects because that's what's the craze, or that's what's the hype at the time. And if you stick to a gene, stick to a combo, experiment with it, potentially you'll find the gene that it needs. And that's where we're hoping to go with this project, continuing to produce the things that we like. And that's kind of the point of this whole thing, is to produce animals that we like, that we're happy with, and that we enjoy. Alright, so here are some of the girls that we've produced, some of the snakes that we've produced over the last couple of years. The first one here is a pastel lesser Enchi clown. The next one is a normal from our pastel het clown. I'm kind of thinking there's something else going on here, but we're not exactly sure. Belly's very yellow, as you can see here. Well, it's just very bright and contrasty. The last one is a pastel nuclear clown, so pastel lesser fire clown female. Are kind of showing you the potential of the project in certain aspects. So these are a couple of the animals that we still have left, just to show you guys what our clowns, what our project kind of currently is. And so now we can kind of move on to where we're taking the project and what's coming, what we got, and what may be coming in the future as well. Alright, so probably the reason you guys clicked on this video is the male that we picked up from Justin at JKR. Justin, basically the cutting edge of the ball python industry right now, especially in the clown project. And we basically went down, visited his facility, visited him, got to know him, and we ended up purchasing a black pastel leopard red stripe clown. So we've basically jumped into the Magma Project. This male will be able to go to any of the females that we have and produce red stripe clowns, black pastel, and leopard clowns, and be able to essentially step up our project. And we're able to still breed our pastel and our lesser females to this male, because I think if we're adding black pastel and red stripe and leopard to those animals, we'll be able to add some definition back in, add some color back in, and be able to expand that project, maybe even revitalize that project, because that was what got us into the clowns, was very reduced pattern, very bright colors, and right now the hype is to be in the darker, oranger side of things, but we're excited to raise this guy up, see how he grows, and plug him into some different combos, and take you guys along the way. So thank you for watching, and we're excited to be bringing videos to YouTube finally. Check us out on Instagram. We try to post on there every week, and that'll be kind of the day-to-day type of stuff. So thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.